Welcome to another very important session that will open our minds, that will open our eyes, that will open our understanding as far as values are concerned. Your value, focusing on what matters the most. Your values. And this is very important. The key pointers, your virtues and your vices. These are things that can make you or break you. These are things that makes you progress or regress. These are things that can make you become productive or unproductive. These are things that will make you grow or not to grow. So we need to be very careful, and these are the key pointers. My interest is to bring us to a realization that there's something that we need to understand that will make you grow, and there are processes that makes you become what you are becoming, and there are processes that makes you to become what you are not supposed to become. Now let's start with virtues. Virtues mean a good moral quality in a person. So when you talk about virtue, it is a good moral quality of a person, a good standing moral, the qualities which qualifies you to become a good person. For a person to become good, there are qualities that you must have. When you are honest, you are a good person. When you're obedient, you are a good person. It is a trait of excellence, excellent spirit. When you read from the Bible perspective, we are told Daniel had excellent spirit. So if you want excellent spirit, you excel in whatever you are doing. Virtues must manifest in you. And virtue is a Latin word, va, meaning man. Good morals, standing morals in the society, in the community. Now, my interest for you to understand virtues, there are processes that brings in virtues. And which are these processes? So there is a cycle that creates a virtue. And I have called it the 5 C's. For you to understand the virtue, you must understand the 5 C's. Now, which are these 5 C's? This is deep, and it will help you become what you are supposed to become. Number 1 is courage. You must take courage. You must be courageous. Men and women who are courageous are men and women who are changing lives, are men and women who have virtues. Now, when you are courageous, when you take the courage, confidence is built. You become confident. In whatever you do, you are confident. If you want to go somewhere, you are confident. If you want to pursue a particular program, you are confident because you have taken the courage. When confidence is built in you, you know what you want to do. You know why you are doing what you want to do. Then you build what we call consistency. So confidence breeds consistency. Consistency is a virtue which must be embraced. So you can't be consistent when there is no confidence. So confidence will build consistency. Now, when you are consistent, doing things repetitively, doing things without looking left or right, always focusing on the aim, always focusing at the finishing line, always focusing at the reward, you will always accomplish your mission. You will complete that which you want to do. You will achieve. So achievement is always a combination of courage, confidence, consistency, which always breeds completion. For you to complete, for example, you're pursuing your degree, you must have taken courage to go to any learning institution which will give you a degree which you want to pursue. You took confidence that you will do that particular course or program. You are consistent in appearing for classes, appearing for exams. Consistency from first year, second year, third year to fourth year. You have been consistent, and because of your consistency, completion, you graduated. People who have graduated have been consistent. You don't just pay fee and then go do your own business and then come and graduate. No, there is a process, consistency. Take courage. Courage will breed confidence. Confidence will breed consistency. And when you are consistent, completion, you will achieve the purpose which you are purposed to achieve. That is how you create value. Your value is created when you achieve your professional, your academic qualification. And when you complete, there is a reward. Congratulations becomes the call, the order of the day. You are honored with congratulations. People will appreciate that value that you have attained, the value of making it, the value of achieving it, the value of changing the lives of other people by doing what is supposed to be done. When you do things, when you do the right things, that is virtue. When you do the wrong things, that is vice. So we need to have this in mind. Before you are congratulated, you must complete. Before you complete, you must be consistent. Before you are consistent, you must be confident. Before you are confident, you must take courage. When you take courage, you are encouraged. I will summarize in this way. When you take courage, you are encouraged. When you are encouraged, you become encouragement. When people are praising you, when people are acknowledging your success, when people are seeing the good things, the changes that you've brought into the environment, that becomes congratulations, appreciation, acknowledgement, vices. So the opposite of virtue is vices, the negative part of life, the immoral or wicked behavior. A practices, behavior or habit generally considered to be morally wrong, doing things in the wrong way. The things that we must avoid so as to become morally upright are the vices. That which kills your value, that which destroys your value, that which erodes your value is vices. So you need to know, to be honest is a virtue. To be dishonest is a vice. To be obedient is a virtue. To be disobedient is a vice. They destroy someone's value, the qualities which disqualifies you to become a good person. So these are qualities that makes you not to become a good person. And these are the processes that leads you to the vices. By the time we say you are disobedient, by the time we say you are dishonest, these are the things that carries you to the dishonest perspective. Number one, you start with comparing yourself with other selves. That is the beginning, the genesis of your ruin, the genesis of vices. Anyone who starts comparing himself with other self, comparing his acquisition, his possession, her possession with other people's possession, your husband with other people's husband, your wife with other people's wife, that generates it graduates to competition. Now you start what we call competition. Competition is a dangerous game. Competing with other selves that they may know that you have it or you don't have it. Competition will always create complaint. You're full of complaint. Complaint will make you live in pain. Complaint creates pain. And anytime you find somebody complaining, the sign confusion. You are confused. You don't know what you're doing. You don't know why you're doing what you're doing. Confusion now engulfs you. And because of confusion, conflict arises. There are always frictions. Fighting here, fighting there. Fighting for this, fighting for that. And that is why Paul was very categorical when he came to Corinthians and he told them, you guys, you seem to be not getting these things right. Why are you quarreling among yourselves? One is saying, I'm following Apollos. Another one, I'm following Paul. And Paul made this clear. And he said, Apollos had a mission. Paul had a mission. But God is the only person who makes it to grow. Paul planted. Apollos watered. But God is the only person who makes it to grow. So when you start complaining, the genesis of the downfall of humanity is comparing. They start comparing Paul and Apollos. They start comparing Jesus and John. They start comparing this and that, this family and that family, this wife and this wife, this husband and the other husband. The moment you start the type of comparing, the genesis of vices is comparing. If you get somebody starting the business of comparing, competition is knocking. And when competition knocks, complaints takes over. And when complaints begin taking over, pain is all over, confusion reigns, then conflict. Countries are in war because of comparing. And because of comparison, competition is very great. What can we say? To avoid all this, I bring you a critical lesson from the breaking out of an egg from the shell. In other words, break out from the shell and life becomes enjoyable. Discover your strength and come out of comfort zone. Now, when an egg is incubated, it is ready for hatching. And when it hatches, it becomes a chick. So the chick comes out. Now the question is, how does the chick comes out of the shell? The most interesting thing, me personally, I did that and I saw the outcome. The chick died. Don't help the chick to come out of the shell. Let the chick fight his or her own war and come out of the shell. The chick will break the shell and then it will stretch itself inside the shell and the shell will break out and it will come out. The moment you break the shell, you are killing the chick. Now the lessons that I get from this, these are virtues which we must create in ourselves. Change comes from the inside out. If you want to change, look inside yourself. What is it that is making you not to make in life? What is the competition? What is the complaint in you? What are the confusion in you? What are the conflicts in you? Once you identify, you bring them out. Change begins with yourself. No one will come and change you. You yourself change yourself. And that's why someone said, If you don't want to change, change will change you. You will never run away from changes, but changes will always change you. So from these critical lessons of your value, your values are valuable. You must treasure your values. Break out from the shell of vices and you will enjoy the virtues. That is life lesson. This is what makes you to become what you are. Value. Value. You are valued because you've broken out of the vices and now you're enjoying your virtues. Thank you for listening.